Check out this view, guys. It's crazy. You asked me to come and do more home content so you can see the type of homes that we are offering down here in Albuquerque. And then right now I'm in the Stillbrook community over here in the Northeast Heights, and Stillbrook has been building homes in New Mexico for decades, and I'm in one of their top communities. So right now I'm standing at one of their largest floor plans. I'm gonna give you a full walkthrough, give you the whole details behind this builder and everything that they have to offer. Let's go. Now, as much as I love doing the whole play on giving you the lifestyle and what it's like living here in Albuquerque, I also want to give you guys a glimpse into the types of homes that we're offering down here as well. Now, here in the Stillbrook community on the northeast side, you're going to get a ton of amenities, guys. You're going to get all the shopping, grocery stores, healthcare, and I mean, there's an abundance down off of Paseo of things that you can go and do, from breweries, restaurants, and all that. Now, this home right here is a little over 3,000 square feet, so it's massive, it's huge, it's a 3-car garage. They're starting in the low 700s. Now, it's all depending on what you're looking to build, because this is a semi-custom home builder, so they're gonna give you a plethora of things to choose from. You can come in here, go into their design center, speak with Teresa or Mike. They are such a great help, and I can connect you with them if you are possibly looking to move down here in the next 6 months. Now, this house, it's massive. I already said that, right? I'm speaking in circles, but when I walk through it, I really pictured my family in here, the 2 living rooms, the 4 bedrooms. This one has 5 because they converted some of the garage into a bedroom, so you're gonna get that extra space. And this home actually starts around $900,000, just a little bit over that. When we come down here and speak with these awesome builders, they're gonna give you the whole gameplay of exactly what you can afford to build. Now, if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, welcome. My name is Eli. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you never miss out on any videos when it comes down to learning more about living here in Albuquerque. Now, as much as I love doing this, guys, I would love to also help you out with your real estate needs. As a licensed broker here in the state of New Mexico, I love to help you find that dream home down here in the Southwest. And that number popping up on the screen here is my direct line. Feel free to call or text me at any time. Now, Stillbrook has about 3 or 4 other communities that they're building in, and their houses are pretty dope. I wouldn't be out here if I didn't think that they were building something quality. And plus, living up here in the Northeast Heights, you get an awesome view of the mountains. You really can't see it past these houses, but on that top level, and this house has 2 balconies. It shares 1 balcony up in the front with 2 of the bedrooms up at the front of the house. So you're always gonna get awesome views, whether it's the morning sunrise over here on the east side or you're getting the west sunset. It's always gonna be a vibe here. This house here, guys, we're gonna flip the camera around just to give you guys an overview of the outside and the community. They're still building homes over here. That's a newer build that they're doing. And they've been in this community for a while, so a lot of these houses are already spoken for. But going into this one here, you got the contemporary Southwest style here, super modern, nice gray sleek look that they got going on. Big old refrigerated unit just to make sure that the house is always cool, especially during those hot summer months here in New Mexico. So front landscape, this one here is already landscaped in the backyard. You can ask for that, they'll do that for you at an extra cost, but I'm gonna just give you a quick walk through the house. Now, stepping into the front door, get this elevated look on this door. This is super cool. It's frosted glass. Of course, you got this one here to peek through to make sure your, annoying cousin isn't coming to visit you or whatever, but super cool elevated look here on this front door. You got the passage all the way to the backyard, and the house eats much of the dirt here just because of how big it is. But let's do a quick walkthrough, show you the bottom half of the house and everything that it has to offer. Now, of course, again, I told you that they took that extra car space, the 3rd car garage, to make that bedroom. So it actually goes deeper, and they add that extra layer over there. Of course, they got all their marketing and stuff in here. So it's pretty packed, but lower level, super elevated look. When you're taking a look at the stairs here, floors, tile, super pristine. One of the bedrooms downstairs. You actually get a full tub and shower down here for all your guests that are gonna come over. Granite countertops. These rooms are a decent size, they're big, and plus the tall ceilings just make it feel that much bigger. Of course, this is their design room. Walk-in closet. And all the different things that they offer you here. Got your dining area. Tons of natural light in here, big windows, guys. Super awesome. Got this waterfall counter over here with this granite. I'm telling you. Walk-in pantry. Man, you can fit all the snacks in this one here. I know that this is where I would hang out most of the time, and my wife would be pretty upset because I'd be eating all the kids' snacks, right? Got the double oven. Oh, that's a microwave. Still super clean, seamless top on this range stove. Farm style kitchen sink. Then you got this awesome view. Let's head to the backyard. Now I can't really talk a whole lot in there because she's actually meeting with a couple in there looking to lock down one of these houses. So if you want to make one of these houses yours before they're all gone, because they got limited lots in this actual neighborhood, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Call or text me. Let's chat to see if we can make this dream of owning a house like this with an elevated feel yours, right? Number popping up on the screen there. But let's take a look at the backyard. And again, you're right off Paseo. Super big drop, guys. That right there is a ditch, because it obviously rains up here closer to the mountains. And like I let you know, the closer that you live to the mountains, the more you're gonna pay for that house. So if you're okay with the budget of around $900,000, you're gonna enjoy the living up here because it's quieter. Even with all this traffic here inside of the house, because they do build green homes, it's actually super quiet. But give you a look at the back end of the house here. Again, this house is fully landscaped, and they can do this for you for an extra cost unless they've already done it in one of their pre-built houses. But let's go upstairs. All right, now let's go upstairs. You actually get a pretty cool view when you're standing right here at the corner of the stairs. Big second living area here. Personally, I'd put my kiddos up here. That way downstairs was just mine and the wife's. Have our own area to hang out. You got the washroom upstairs, which is essential. And you get all this area to fold clothes, have all your laundry detergent, extra stuff, blankets and all that, right? Extra storage is always needed. Washer and dryer go right here. Now let's look at the primary, which again, with all the windows that you have here, you're gonna get a ton of natural light. And I don't know about you guys, but all the natural light that these houses have nowadays with all the windows just makes the space feel a lot more welcoming, a lot more open, and a lot more ideal for suitable living. You may be a nocturnal person and you'll put blackout curtains on all these, so it's up to you. But this primary is massive. You can fit a king size bed here and still have room for a sofa, a desk if you work from home. Like, you got plenty of room here. Now, before we go outside over here, we'll take a look at this awesome bathroom. Super cool. Got the granite countertops again throughout the whole house. Massive mirrors. This cool looking tub, like 2 people can fit in here just comfortably. Got this walk-in shower with tinted glass. Like, man, this is super dope when it comes down to it. A little bench, tile from floor to ceiling. give you that elevated look. You already know what that is. And then this massive closet. Fit all your shoes, fit all your clothes. I mean, what more could you want? Me and the wifey would totally share this. I would probably eat up a majority of the closet here, to be honest with you guys, because I have a ton of clothes and a ton of shoes that the wifey would be upset with me. Let's take a quick peek outside. Now the road noise up here is a lot worse because obviously there's nothing to really dampen the noise, but check out this view. If you know anything about New Mexico, you know that the sunsets here are bar none. Like sitting here, having a nice glass of wine or just unwinding for the day in your own personal space right off of your bedroom, not having to go downstairs and get everything all ready. You just pretty much walk out your door like 2 seconds away from your bed and you get these awesome views and these New Mexico sunsets. I wish I can show you right now, but it's super cloudy. It's the middle of the day, but this is worth paying for, in my opinion. Now let's go back in. Got the French doors leading into the primary bedroom. And you got the guest bathroom here, which is cool that it's separated. They got one door coming into the actual sinks. Then they got another door coming in to the actual bathroom area where you take shower, handle all your business and all that. Tons of windows, guys. I can't stress this out enough. And check out this cool little drop down view. This being one of the bedrooms also has a walk-in closet. Like, and turn on the light so you guys can see how big this closet is. Like, it's massive, it's huge. It almost feels like as big as that primary bedroom closet, sorry. And again, you're gonna get an awesome view from this bedroom here. We'll go back around and kind of take a look at what the balcony view is from this bedroom. Sandia Mountains, like literally like 10 minutes away. This bedroom feels a little bit bigger than this one over here. And it's all considering that it still has a massive closet. Like, kiddos can have so much stuff, so much clothes, and not encroach into any of your space here into the house. Let's go and take a look at the balcony view that we get over here. Check out the road noise and all that. Now again, road noise, a lot more prominent here just because there's really nothing to dampen the noise versus being downstairs. But my kiddos would totally enjoy hanging out right here, kind of getting to the point of closing out the day and just getting a view, especially when it's snowed off over there, because, oh man, in person, I know this video doesn't do it justice, guys, but in person, the Sandias actually look super fake and like they've been painted. Like, when you're driving towards the mountains, it's almost breathtaking, all that hippy dippy spiritual stuff. It feels great. It feels good to know that you still live in a place that doesn't have obstructed views from, you know, these tall buildings, and you're not gonna have to deal with a bunch of traffic just to get there. Like, literally it took me about 20 minutes to get here from my house, and I live on the other side of town, on the outskirts, on the west side. So traffic, dealing with it up here, very minimal. You got a ton of professionals that live on this side of town, engineers, doctors. I think the UFC fighter John Bones Jones lives up here. So you got a lot of that up here. You still are in great school districts. You have a ton of shopping. You have a ton of things to do just on this side of town. And plus, if you're not looking for something new, if you cross this street here, which is Paseo, you can find a custom house that sits on about an acre. Now, you are gonna have some deficiencies where you have to deal with the well, septic tank, and all that stuff. So there is some hidden costs when it comes to living across the street versus buying something new here in Stillbrook. All right, now that was just a quick walkthrough of one of the many floor plans that they offer here at Stillbrook. And Stillbrook, like I let you know, has been building houses in New Mexico for decades. So they know what they're doing, right? They're professionals at this stuff. And they offer great incentives, and they do build semi-custom built houses. So the only other real builder that I know that does that is Hakes Brothers. And they're building more on like Los Lunas and Rio Rancho. So if you're looking for a semi-custom build in Albuquerque, these guys are gonna be your first choice. I'm just telling you that right now. Now, let's go downstairs, kind of pull out the pricing sheet, talk about the different price points that they have, talk about the area a little bit more, and give you guys the inside scoop of what it looks like living down here on the Northeast Heights. All right, so I got all the details right here, and I'm just gonna give it to you guys straight, right? I'm not even gonna try to act like I know. They are building another community on the south side of Albuquerque that is gonna start in the low 300s. So they haven't started building it yet. They've actually started selling some of the lots. So if you're interested in some of that, they're gonna be starting closer to the new year in 2026. Up here on the east side, you can just kind of generally see that their home prices are starting in the low 700s, all depending on the model that you're looking. I think their smallest floor plan says here starts at 719. So if you are okay with those price points, you love the elevated feel, you like all the different amenities that they offer, you may have some different things that you want to change around, you can just kind of expect to pay around that price point. Now, the Northeast Heights, guys, is a great area. It's up and coming. There's been people living out here for decades. Like, there's older houses from like the 70s and the 80s that I've sold up here that need a lot of love and need a lot of attention, and you're still gonna pay around $600,000 for it. So when you are comparing apples to apples, they're pretty competitive in their pricing. Now, up here, you are gonna live in the La Cueva district. You are gonna be closer to Paseo, which has all the dealerships. If you need Toyota, Mercedes, Porsche, or Audi, or you're just looking to buy another car at CarMax, they are all over here down the street from this community. So what else can you expect when you live up here? What's the type of lifestyle? Well, for one, it's pretty quiet. Nothing really going on this side of town. It's pretty suburban. You are gonna be filled with a bunch of different communities, and plus you are gonna be close to all the trails down at the basin of the Sandia Mountains. Now, the river, I get a ton of questions on how far it is from here, and it's literally like 15 minutes away. You are gonna be able to hop on Paseo, which acts as a highway for Albuquerque that connects the east and the west side pretty well. Now, don't go over the Paseo Pass during traffic just because it does get busy. In my opinion, it gets a lot busier than I-40 and I-25 when you are traveling in traffic. So if you are planning on living on this side of town, expect to have a little bit of a longer commute. But if you're okay with that, you don't mind driving like me, I enjoy the peace and quiet when I get to drive all over this dang state and really just get to listen to music and just kind of shut my brain off. If you're like me, you're that type of creature, then you're really gonna enjoy the drive. Now, what type of grocery shopping do they have here? They have Trader Joe's, they have Albertsons, Smith's, Target, they have everything that you could possibly want and need. So there's never gonna be a lack for amenities. And plus they have great restaurants up here like County Line, the Chili's, the Tula's, which if you know Dion's and if you are a fanatic of Dion's, Tula's is a spin-off, which is a little bit more of an elevated restaurant feel. And they got some great food there. Me and the family went there just a couple of weeks ago and the kiddos enjoyed every plate that they had. And my son is super picky. Like, he's the chicken nuggets and fries kind of guy, and he actually got buttered noodles there, which was pretty freaking awesome. So tons of things to offer living on this side of town. If you are looking to live here, it is going to cost you a little bit more, but if you can afford it and you don't mind paying a higher price tag to live on, so to say, the outskirts of the northeast side of town within a community that is still within reach of all the amenities that you could possibly want and need, I highly recommend looking into these guys. All right, so that was our walkthrough of the Stillbrook community. One of the first ones that we'll do for Stillbrook, because they are still building a ton of homes in different areas, especially when they go down to the southwest, which is our area, the area that I grew up in. We're gonna be doing one there once they actually start building homes and have something for us to walk through. If you are interested in moving down to Albuquerque, you want a semi-custom built house that has all the luxury feel and amenities without having to pay over $1 million for it, I got you. And that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Again, feel free to call or text me at any time because me and my team are ready to help you with finding that Southwest dream. Now, if you aren't ready, you are just wanting to know a little bit more, there's a link in the description down below. And if you made it this far into the video, it's just for you. That link in the description down below is a free relocation guide. It gives you all the population count, average price homes, best neighborhoods here in Albuquerque, and everything that you could look for when it comes down to the lifestyle. But I'm gonna go because I got a ton more to film. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend. Peace.